Welcome to my week 14 transformation update. Boy, I know that was a mouthful, but that is what's going on. This is where I come here every week to hold myself accountable, and I do a weigh-in weekly, and I do a day of eating to show you what I'm eating on my keto journey. Now, I've had a recent gain, so did I lose any? That's what we're going to find out. What have I done this week? Has it affected my weight? Am I sleeping? Am I not sleeping? And what am I doing for Thanksgiving? So let's dive into this and find out. Welcome to my day of eating. I am actually breaking my fast. You can see some very interesting products that I have here, so let's go over them. I've got my water here. I've actually have already drank out of it some, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pre-meal drink using lemon juice, my salt, to get in a little bit of salt, and apple cider vinegar. I use that for two things. It helps control blood glucose numbers, and it helps with digestion. And I've noticed that I have been losing a little more hair here lately. So I don't know if it's kind of like my winter shed and my hair is a whole lot longer than I've had it in a long time. So it's just noticeable. Or maybe I'm not breaking down those proteins in my foods and using them and utilizing them like I'm supposed to. After I get done eating, I will be using a super enzyme. And I'm going to show you why I'm using it. Let me get it focused here. It's got ox bile extract in it. And it just helps break down your food really well. I get this from a health barn here in my area, but you can go to any kind of natural food store. So what I'm going to be warming up is I got a video coming out, what's for dinner. This is my chicken not noodle soup. Basically, I took a chicken noodle soup. I used the base, and instead of using noodles, I put in broccoli. So I'm going to be eating this, and I've got my perfect keto collagen. I'm going to be salted caramel. I'll be mixing that into my milk. So I'm going to go ahead while my chicken noodle soup, or my chicken soup is warming up. I'm going to show you my pre-drink, and I'm going to go ahead and drink that. You want to drink that about 10-15 minutes before you eat, so it just helps build up those stomach acids. And then you'll watch me make my almond milk, and that's what I'm starting my day off with. I got my drink made. I actually thought I was recording when I made it. So what I have in here is probably about, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 ounces of water in here. I put in 3 pinches of red mint sea salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. If you want to make it a little bit easier to drink, you could put in a little bit of sugar or liquid stevia or something. But, I mean, it is what it is, and it's what's helped me along my journey, so bottom is up. Definitely tangy. I'm going to get this down, and we're going to take a look at this chicken not noodle soup and see my collagen drink. Let's go. So it's supper time. I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to have some cauliflower rice, garlic, and herb. I'm going to put a little bit of cocoa aminos in there. I just got 2 ribeye breakfast steaks, so they're pretty thin. Have some cheese. Going to have some collagen, and in my green tea. That's for supper. apartment ready. The apartment we still have available, ready for my stepdaughter and son-in-law. They are moving back to Tennessee, and we can't be more excited. If you seen my last week, you seen where we went down and got their camper. So that was just a spur of the moment weekend trip, and I kind of just snacked through that trip. Didn't really have a whole lot to eat on that trip, but anyway, this is this week. So anyway, they're coming home, and we can't be more excited. So let's talk about some of the things that can be affected my weigh-in. Also, I have an assortment of things going on that I've noticed, and it is time to get it back under control. I'm not exactly sure why it got out of control. I have mentioned a few things. I've been really free within my keto eating for probably the last 6 weeks. I've mentioned it a lot. That's stopping. Can't do that anymore. And I don't know if it's just because I've been strict since April that I was kind of like burnt out on being so strict and wanted a little freedom, or if finally reaching Wonderland triggered some emotional mental response in me and started to do some self-sabotage, which is possible. I'm not gonna lie. Mental and emotional is a big reason why we gain weight, because we use food as a coping mechanism generally. That's generally why we become food addicts, or carb addicts, or sugar addicts, or whatever you want to call it. And then also I've been talking about generally whenever I have a gain like this, it could be because Aunt Flo is trying to come around. Well, I stopped alternative day fasting for 2 weeks. I've stayed either 16-8 or 18-6 intermittent fasting every day. She hasn't made her ugly appearance yet, so I am going to be going back to alternative day fasting. I'm also going to start walking again. If you're new to my channel, I have nerve pain in my left leg, and this I have a formula here. I have to do keto. Keto keeps the inflammation off my body. I also have to walk to keep the blood flow going down to those nerves like it's supposed to. If I'm doing those two things and I'm having nerve pain, then it's time to go back to the chiropractor and get adjusted again. This is what I'm doing to control it. And it generally works, but because where I have just been so unmotivated, generally 6 to 8 weeks, my nerve pain comes back and says, hey, I'm still here. You might want to take some ibuprofen. So I've been taking a little bit of ibuprofen again, which is not real productive to weight loss. It can cause you to gain a little water weight, which is really weird because it's supposed to take inflammation off your body, right? I think it's because your liver has to process that ibuprofen before it processes the fat. I think that's kind of what's going on there. So I don't want to be taking any pills. I worked really hard to come off of my high blood pressure pills. So going back to another medication, even if it's an over-the-counter ibuprofen, I don't want to be doing that. So I am going to be going back walking starting Monday. No excuses. So I've come a long ways. I started out in a size 26, 293 pounds, to where I'm at now in a size 18. I technically can wear size 16s, but where I've kind of gained this last 5 pounds, I don't think they look good. They fit, but they look a little bulgy. So I don't want to say that I've actually sized down into a size 16 until I feel comfortable on the way that they fit me. So I've come a long way, no excuses, and I'm not going to make you wait any longer. Let's get that weigh in. I'm going to start it right now. All right, so I am down another 2 pounds. 201.8 is great. Last week I was 203.8, so I'm down 2 more pounds. I'm this close again to being my lowest weight. But I'm going to give a prediction here at this point. I don't think I'm technically going to lose any weight this month from where I've battled with that 5 pounds, going up, and then coming back down again.
I think I'm just going to come back down to $1.99 again. And if I can do that, I'm calling it a win, because we got Thanksgiving right around the corner, and I'm going to tell you what my game plan for that is. But my prediction is I'm not going to lose any more weight or have a new low this month. If I come back out even or close to being even, that's my win for this month. I mean, we struggle and we adjust those goals. So if you've not seen my Friday video that I put out, it was a recipe for my favorite fudge. So I'm gonna stick that up in the cards. Got to check that out. It's a simple recipe. It is good. My family loves it. It was gone like that at Christmas. Gotta try that. So the reason why that didn't affect my weigh-in is because I made it on Thursday. I weighed in on Friday, and I didn't eat any before my weigh-in. So, Thanksgiving is coming up this week. Thursday. It's coming up week. Thursday, yeah. And you got a decision to make. I got a decision to make. You got a decision to make. That is, do you cheat on that day or do you stay keto? And I have a video that I did on pros and cons of cheating and staying keto, and 11 tips of what to do. And it doesn't matter if you stay keto or if you cheat. It's 11 tips for either or to help you stay accountable. So if you cheat, how you come right back to it, how you can kind of control your cheat and stay on top of that cheat. Because if you're going to cheat, you want to be in control of it. It's got to be worth it, and you want to stay on top of it and stay in control of it. If you're going to stay keto, you also want control over that environment or some of the stuff that's going on. So anyway, that video will be posted at the end in my end screen or my end cards. And it'll be a recommended video. So don't miss that one. It was a really good video. I put a lot of time and effort into it because I have done 3 holidays, and these were tips that I've used. So what am I doing for Thanksgiving? Well, I am going to stay keto. I am hosting Thanksgiving here, and I will show some footage and stuff. I'm not making any special keto dishes because more than likely I'm going to be the only one who is going to eat it. And since I'm making all this other food, I'm not adding to myself. So I'm going to be having ham. I'm going to have some turkey. I'm going to have cheese. I'm going to have vegetables and deviled eggs. I am going to be making a green bean casserole, a regular green bean casserole, and I will probably have a spoonful or 2 of that. I'm probably only going to eat 1 big meal. Well, dessert afterwards because I got a little something special planned for that. So I'm going to have a really small eating window to minimize, because I'm going to have dip with my vegetables, and I plan on eating a lot of vegetables. So I'll probably still go over my 20 net carbs because my dessert, my special plan, I got to make room for 2 pieces of pie. Pumpkin pie. So that's my game plan. Have a big meal, and then I'm going to have 2 slices of pumpkin pie with some whipped cream, which is the heavy whipping cream, no sugar added whipping cream that you can get at Walmart. Because I am doing a pumpkin pie battle on Thanksgiving. If I can get some of my families to give some of their opinions on it, that will be excellent. If not, then it'll just be my opinion. But anyway, we're going to take 2 recipes. I'm going to kind of show how you make them. They're different as night and day, even down to the crust. And we're going to have a battle. We're going to compare them and see which one is the winner and why and what the differences is. So that video will be released the Friday after Thanksgiving. So that's what's going on. That is what I'm doing. And without further ado, I don't have anything else to say except for 2 things. 2 things. One is, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, but you like to learn and see things about transformations and be motivated by that, that's a reason to subscribe. If true and tried recipes, I have a few of those I like to share. If you like to see people create recipes for their very first time and kind of review it on some criteria, I do that too. And another thing that I like to do is I like to do blood glucose and ketone videos and show how they affect me, because it's really important that when you try new things, you need to know how they affect your body, because how they affect one person might not affect the other person the same way. So if you like that, subscribe. Click that notification bell. That way you get notified every time I do something a little silly, a little crazy, and I come rant and rave. The next thing I want to say to you is your journey begins with you. If you overcomplicate keto and you don't take that first step, you can't start that journey. So pick a meat, pick a fat, pick a vegetable or two, and just get started. You can critique it as you go, but you gotta get started. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time.